Hello, thank you for coming to this fourth session for 2026, and this one is a live recording. So I give myself over to the I am now to allow that flow. I too thank you for coming. And this dog behind us, that dog's name is Legend, and he's a very big puppy. He's almost 7 months old. This one, Uzuri, loves it when the animals do show up in the videos. For one, it helps her to relax, and so be it. In this 2026, I tell you, there are many questions. There are many expectations that you have that are not relevant or realistic. Most of it comes from the hope in your heart that things are changing and you're wanting signs. You want confirmation. And all of these things are coming to you and being offered to you, but you must be open to them. For when you have expectations, it is like you put up a wall to your understanding and your knowing. But everything that is happening, I remind you, is exactly that perfect happening that is supposed to be. The negative offering the positive, and the positive being accepted and embraced and allowed to flow. So allow yourself to flow in your highest self. Simply ask. You can ask every day to remind yourself, but once you have asked, it shall be. But it will come in the right timing for you individually. So be in this knowing. You will and do have this guidance. And you will and do have this assurance that all is exactly as it needs to be. And it has been accelerated. There are those now that are already beginning to leave the earth in various ways. There are those that are ascending to 5D, to be in 5D for preparation of others coming. And there are those that are leaving the body to be in a higher frequency of reflection. So both are happening at the same time. Now this questioning that comes from each of you, you're wanting more details, you're wanting more of a reassurance in the description of how do you know that you are ascending? There are many that are going to ascend that have no awareness of the word even of ascension. But their vibrational frequencies is of that higher vibrational frequencies in their connection with whatever it is in this earthly life as a human that they are choosing to experience, such as healing the planet, helping to clean the ocean, help to save the wildlife, to rehabilitate the injured, those dealing with other humans. All of these kindnesses, all of these facets of unconditional love, they are expressing and experiencing. And in that is their validation that they are part and will be a part of 5D. However, you must remain in that higher frequency of vibrational energy for yourself to actually be 5D and to be in that frequency that is 5D. At this time, there is still a connection, an overlap, shall we say, of 3D Earth and 5D Earth. And in between is 4D. So it can get confusing. There are many layers of many truths. So I can only help you to understand some of them because a readiness must be within you for some of this higher information. For some, it causes great confusion. Others, it causes them frustrations for they feel like these things that have to happen are slowing down the ascension and keeping them from going into that higher joy that they're seeking. But everything is going in exactly the timing as it should be. For there are so many that need that light that don't have the awareness. And the awareness of an ascension is not necessary for them to go there. Many of you who have that awareness will help them to learn and see the truths that are here and realize that there is light in all the truths. For many truths that are coming out are not pleasant. They have the darkness, the shadow. And I tell you, within each is light, because it is coming for a higher purpose. That those truths may be seen from the higher light. And it is that light that is within you that allows you to see and be in that knowing. So do continue the knowing. Go into your heart chakra, for the gift has been given you. But there's still some time to spend here for the majority of you star seeds, light workers. But there is still much to be done. But we are in a higher stage of the doing now. And we are so very close. But there are those here that need a little bit more light, for their journey as they continue will not be an easy one for them. Their experiences may be painful and confusing. But these changes will come. For it is these opposites, light wolf and dark wolf, that are being offered to allow them to define themselves and consciously choose the path that they choose to be on. And you are here to continue to give them the light until that last moment of separation. At this time, 3D overlaps, or I should say underlaps. 5D overlaps 3D. So in other words, we have both existences in the same space. And some of you may have heard some of this information from some of my other channelers. And if so, I am here to validate. For any information coming through any of them is the I am that I am. It is coming through on the channeler's level. It is coming through on the level of those receiving the information, as is this one. So I tell you, they are both realities, or in the same space now. There will come a time of separation, but for now, we are holding this 3D in connection with that higher frequency to help others that will be remaining in 3D. For once the disconnect has happened, there will be then that disconnect. And they are on their own, but not without myself. By on their own, they're still making their one choices that they choose. And I am with them, I remind you, always. However, those that are ascending will be in that 5D, and your heart will not be troubled by the concerns of those that you love that are still in 3D. For you will be in that level of knowing and that comfort of knowing that they will come in their own time. And I know I covered this subject matter often because it is a major one for humans. Because within a group of people or a family of people, all of those humans are on different levels. And there will be some that have a higher level and will ascend. And their body will disappear from the visual aspect of those remaining. That is a protection for those in 5D. For lower frequency eyes are part of that 3D eyes. They cannot see that higher frequency. They will not be able to see you. But they will be fine. I am with them. And it will be part of their understanding of their own ascension to come and how it comes about. So they will be gaining more knowledge for their time when they are ready for that. Now there will be a separation between 3D and 5D, a complete separation. For in each frequency reality, there is an earth that exists. 3D will continue, but it also will continue to heal. It is not going back to as it was. The earth herself is healing herself. And the humans are evolving and already have more light, as I have mentioned. And then in 5D, there is that earth, a physical place. You will have taken your human body with you, for your bodies have been adjusted to carry and hold that higher frequency. You have had the evolving of your body into a more crystalline, whereas it was carbon-based. So I tell you, there is that readiness. These changes that you have gone through, most of you are not even aware you have gone through them, which is a gentleness that I give you. There are those that needed to be awakened with some sort of shock event. I have given those too. For it is the awakening of the soul that is important. It's the priority. And it will come however each of you need, individually. So at this time, you are living with others that are in a different frequency than you. As if two people standing together, one is in 3D, one is in 5D, and yet they stand there and speak and have exchanges. But one will be seeing things more from a negative or from fear or questioning or not believing all of these things. Whereas the other one is in that believing, in that knowing, and in that feeling of that joy. That is two separate frequencies of energy. But they are both standing in 3D. And that is also the giving of that energy from the 5D person who is evolving. For they are sharing that energy and that light with that loved one to help them. And of course, as humans, hoping that they'll catch on and go with them. But each in his own time. So both worlds are existing right now within 3D. A distinct separation will happen. It will not be felt like some people think the Big Bang kind of thing or something like that. But it's not a dramatical change. It is simply a change that is evolving and happening right now. Seems to at a slow pace, but it's not. If you could see it from that higher perspective and the brightness of it, you would also see that it is coming fast. And these changes in these last 20 years or so has been massive. Many bodies are now crystalline. They are ready to hold that higher frequency. But the old carbon body could not hold a higher frequency. It was not created for that. So there is an evolving of the body into a more of a crystalline stage. And there have been subject matters discussed on this with other channeling. So you can be guided to that. Ask for the guidance, and it will come to you individually. I am not giving those channelers names. I'm not trying to guide you to anyone specific in this channel, in this session, but rather encouraging you to seek the truth, and I will guide you to it. This journey has reached a point where many are feeling their reality is different. There is more positive in their life. There are things coming to them that they have wanted for a long time, and it is beginning to manifest in their lives. And there is the joy in that. That is also part of the confirmation. So those two people standing together are standing in two different frequencies. One has mostly positive experiences. The other one is still having negative experiences because they're still evolving. They still need some of those experiences to wake them up so they can see clearly the difference between the light and the dark. And again, for both, I am giving those gifts on the levels that they are ready. Children, animals, nature, all those things that are in innocence are part of that 5D. All animals will not go to 5D. There are many species of animals that are not going to go to 5D, for their frequency is only 3D frequency. In 5D frequency, there will be new creatures, new wildlife, new flowers, new plants, so many things to fascinate you and bring you joy, and to be part of your own personal creativity of what you create in 5D. So much to look forward to. Children, the human children in 3D, as you have probably noticed, because there's a lot of news about it, is there are a lot of what you refer to as indigo children. They are higher souls coming into a human body, knowing that the time is close for the ascension. And they are here to bring more innocence, that light that is so pure, to help others. It is also for them to experience, for they have chosen to experience this human experience in this ascension. So there are many coming in now that are asking to be part of this experience. And so they will be. And so the children are ascending in their innocence. But they've also come to specific parents to try to help guide them and lift their light so they could all go together as a family if they choose. There are many who are not open to new information, as I have said before, like the presence of the galactic beings, the extraterrestrials, whatever you want to call them, the awareness of them. Recently, this one had a class or teaching where she asked how many believed that UFOs are real, and very few raised their hand. It surprised her, but in the knowing that I am, they are part of the purpose that she has in that teaching, to initiate that interest, to validate that it is okay to look into it, to discuss it, to open the conversation about it so it becomes real and they're more prepared for meeting their galactic family. It is a delicate balance to bring truth and understanding to those who are not ready for it. So I am infinitely patient. I am unconditionally loving, for I know it is difficult and a challenge for many. But it is time for many to open up that awareness. And again, I say, anyone has but to ask, for I will not override their free will of choice. So there is much coming that will bring so many truths to the light, the truths that have been here before. And much of this has been discussed. But for those who come, for those that are new that are coming to these sessions, I want to remind them of these things. I also can remind you to go back and listen to some of the other sessions I have given, for it's all being a thread of a tapestry of life, of this event, as you refer to it, that is happening on Earth. And I share these things with new people who come. I tell you, there is knowledge. There is that higher knowing out there in minis that are teaching these things. That connection with nature, the connection with Mother Earth, the understanding of so many things that exist. Just because you have not seen them does not mean they don't exist. But now the knowingness and the awareness is growing, and the ascension is very close. It is, I should say, a few years. Then some of you can groan and say, well, that's not so close. But it is, in infinite time. Look how much time has passed so quickly in the last few years. And this year, by human measurement, is already almost halfway. So it is coming quickly. It gives you the time to better prepare yourself, to be in the readiness for. Because many who expect to ascend are not truly ready, for they have not let go of some of the 3D things. Even the 3D humans, they're worried about them. They're trying to make them see. They will see when they choose. Do not hold yourself back. And I tell you this, in your understanding, on all the levels of understanding, there is patience in what you think you know. And there's patience for what you choose or not choose to believe. For all of you will come into the truth, for the truth is the essence of who you are. It is the I am that we are. So this session has once again been mostly to encourage you to look outside the box. And as this one Uzuri would say, just get out of the box. So then you won't have to worry about what you see and what you understand. But that's not so easy for everyone. But for those who can, I say step out of the box and broaden your horizons, your knowledge, your understanding, your beingness of who you truly are, that sovereign gift as a child of mine, as a separate, unique entity. Be that experience and enjoy this life. for it is a temporary experience, so embrace it. And I will close this session for now. Soon I will be going into some much deeper subject matter, but for now, I continue to encourage you and to understand there are truths coming. Be in the readiness to accept them, and when you doubt, ask me for, I should say, the guidance for your understanding. And I am here for you. I am within you. We are one. So I end this session now, and I give this channel back over to Uzuri. But I thank you, and I tell you how unconditionally loved you are. Thank you.